Hello everyone, welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. Before I start today's topic, I would like to tell you an incident that happened with me yesterday and that prompted me to make this video. I met one of my friends yesterday. After I met her, the only thing she could tell me was that it is hot outside, it is light outside, it is good outside. I didn't get exactly what she wanted to say. So when I went out with her, I realized that she wanted to tell me that the weather outside is pleasant, it is warm, it is bright and sunny. So when I told her, okay, so the weather is bright, she told me, yes, exactly that I wanted to tell you. Bright, I know this word. And then when I told her, okay, it is sunny, she said, yes, I wanted to tell you that it is sunny. So I realized that she has that stock of words or the vocabulary in her mind, but when it is time to use it, she probably is not been able to recall, remember and use it accordingly. So that was my cue that when I decided that I should make this video for you. But before that, आप सभी को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्ते. Now, coming back to the topic, suppose you want to speak a language. For speaking a language, knowing and learning words is very important. You really need to know the words. Without words, will you be able to speak? No, you will not be able to speak without words. Let us see this with an example, okay? For example, you want to cook, okay, and you don't have ingredients to cook. Will you be able to cook? No, you will not be able to cook. But sometimes it happens that you have got a lot of ingredients in your fridge or refrigerator, but you still don't know what you need to cook. In the same way, you have practiced, you have learned so many words. It is there in your brain. But when it is time to use it, you go completely blank. Has it ever happened to you? Yes, it has happened to all of us at one point of time in our life. So let's see what we can do about it. Now, when you open the fridge and you see the ingredients and then your brain starts working and you realize, okay, so if there is a paneer in the fridge and there is some spinach, okay, let me make some palak paneer. Okay, don't be hungry. So you decide that now I can make palak paneer, right? Now, in the same way, when you are thinking, you want to speak, right? When you go deep into the vocabulary that you had learned and you're still not been able to figure out that how to use this word. That is what we will be doing today. Sometimes it happens that you listen to a word and you feel, okay, I know this word. I have read it somewhere. I have written it or I have learned it. But when I wanted to communicate, maybe like I wanted to speak or maybe I wanted to write, I just didn't remember it, right? Why does it happen? Let us now understand this in an easy way. Our brain has two different kinds of vocabulary. The first is the active vocabulary and the second one is the passive vocabulary. Now, what is this active vocabulary? Active vocabulary is something which you know and then you use it. Let me put it in a simpler way. Active vocabulary are all those stock of words that you have learned, that you know, and that you use it when it is time to communicate, whether it is while speaking or writing. So whatever words that I'm telling you right now, like active, like refrigerator, like usage, I have all those words in my vocabulary and they are in an active stage where I exactly know how to use it, where to place it when I am talking. Now, passive vocabulary are all those words which probably you know, okay? You know it, but when you really want to use it, आपको वो याद नहीं आते. वो आपको क्यों याद नहीं आते हैं? क्योंकि आपने उन शब्दों का यूसेज नहीं किया है. What you have done is you have just learned those words, or maybe when you came across them you just read it and then you forgot about it. It is still in your brain, but you exactly don't know how and when to use them. So now that you know the difference between active and passive vocabulary, it becomes easy when you want to communicate effectively and confidently in English. The trick is to convert all these passive words or the passive vocabulary that you have in your brain to active vocabulary. Now, the idea definitely is not that आप कितने शब्द सीखते हो. The idea is कि आप जो भी शब्दों को सीखते हो, आप उन शब्दों को यूज कैसे करोगे वो जानना सबसे important है. Just don't go by like I have learned 10 words today or maybe in a week I learned 25 words. Great, you're doing a good job because आपने वो पहला step लिया है. पर आपको सिर्फ अपनी नोटबुक में या अपनी डायरी में उन शब्दों को लिख करके यूज करने से आपका जो मोटिव है वो सफाइस नहीं करेगा. आपको उन वर्ड्स को यूज करना आना पड़ेगा. सो इन टुडेज वीडियो वी विल लर्न दैट हाउ टू कन्वर्ट these passive vocabulary or these passive words into active words. So let's get started. The first one is to make or create your own personal dictionary. Like I would like to show this to you. This is my personal dictionary. Okay. Now with personal dictionary, I would like to tell you, it is not the dictionary जो market में मिलती है, आप ले आते हो, पढ़ते हुए आप उसको खोजते हो, आप लिखते हो. No, I'm not talking about that. I am talking about your own personal dictionary, which means जिन words को आप सीख रहे हो या जिन शब्दों को या जिस vocabulary को आप सीख रहे हो और आप उसको use करना चाहते हो. So first one is to make a handy dictionary which you can always carry with you. Now उस dictionary में the rule is simple and it's the same that we have discussed it earlier as well. You have to write all those words, okay, which you want to learn. Now, suppose I want to work or I am learning the vocabulary associated with weather, okay. So, weather से related जो भी vocabulary है, whether it is bright, sunny, frosty, foggy, rainy, gloomy, ये सारे words मैंने उसमें लिखे और मैंने साथ में उनके meanings लिखे. So this was my first step that I created my own vocabulary जिसमें मैं on an everyday basis I devote like my 10 minutes of time and I mention or I write those. The second step is the one which will help you to slowly convert this passive vocabulary into active one. So when you wrote these words in your dictionary, let me again remind you, these are just in their passive state and are not active state. So now let's move on to the second point. What you will do is the words जो आपने लिखा है, you have to make sentences with it. With sentences I mean is that whatever words we learn, these words have different meanings and basically उनके जिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में उन वर्ड्स का यूज होता है अकॉर्डिंगली उसका जो मीनिंग है वो थोड़ा चेंज हो जाता है. सो यू रियली नीड टू नो दैट इन व्हाट कॉन्टेक्स्ट यू आर यूजिंग दोज वर्ड्स एंड व्हाट इज इट्स यूसेज. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस टू यू विद अ वेरी स्मॉल एग्जांपल. Let me take a simple word which is strong. Okay. Now strong, I know first it is about the physical strength. So if I tell you a sentence, it is like she is strong enough to lift heavy weights, which means she is physically strong. She is able to lift those weights. But when I say I would prefer a strong coffee, now here I am not talking about the physical strength of coffee. I am talking about the intensity of the taste that I would like to prefer. See how the same word when used in different sentences in different contexts had different meanings. Easy to understand, right? One more. Turn off the light, please. So I just switched off the light. Here light means something, that there will be darkness. To switch off the light, whatever it is, it's if I'm talking about a candle or maybe I'm talking about a tube or a bulb or a lamp, whatsoever. But when I say, oh, my bag is very light today. So today, here my reference or my context is different. See how it works? Now, so second work, what you have to do is to write sentences. Kindly use, when you are using dictionary or you're using some online platform, kindly just don't copy the sentences blindly. Read those sentences, find its meaning, see the context, take it as a reference point, and then try and make sentences of your own. That is how you're trying to activate your brain, and in that construction of sentences, you will remember them. So the second point is clear to you. Let's move on to the third point. The third point is collocations. Now you must be thinking, what is this collocation, ma'am? Let me explain this to you. This basically means combination of words with the word that you are trying to learn. Like when I explain this to you, आप collocations के लिए online platform का या फिर simply you can use ChatGPT. I will show it to you in a while. Let me first explain it to you. So collocation as in जो word है उसके साथ अगर कोई common adjectives use होते हैं, ठीक है, अगर को जो वर्ड है उसके साथ कौन से नाउन्स यूज हो सकते हैं, अगर वो वर्ड है उसके साथ कौन से वर्ब्स यूज हो सकते हैं. सो एज अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स और कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ वर्ड्स लर्न करोगे या उसके ऊपर काम करोगे, यू विल बी एबल टू नो इट बेटर. नाउ लेट मी एक्सप्लेन exactly what collocations are with the help of an example. So collocation is a natural combination of words that frequently occur together in a language. Okay, so this helps you to speak naturally and improve fluency and make language sound more natural. Now let us take an example and see how it can be used. I will be using ChatGPT. So for that, what I have done is I have just written, give me collocations for the word light. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see that when you are using collocations for the word light with adjective, we can use like bright light, dim light, soft light, natural light, artificial light. So before the word, this adjective is being used, right? Now when you go to the next picture, you can see that when we use the word light with a verb, so it is turn on the light, turn off the light, shine a light, give off light, emit light, or reflect light. When you're using a noun with light, you can use like street light, traffic light, candle light, daylight, torch light, neon light, etc. So now when you take help of these online tools or ChatGPT for that matter, you will be able to see that what are those combination words that you can use with the word light, or maybe whatever word you are learning for the day. And that ways you will be able to see that how usage and with different context it is being used. So it will make your learning complete. So this was the third step. Now fourth step again is of utmost importance. What you really need to do is when you have learned the collocations, with these words you really need to write a paragraph. Okay, using all those words, if you can write a paragraph and see how it works, it is definitely going to help you. So as we have learned the word light today with different context and usage, we also saw that how it is being used when it is combined with an adjective or a verb or a noun for that matter. Now let me show you a paragraph that I have written using this word light. Now see a paragraph. The bright light of the morning sun filled the room, making everything look fresh and lively. As I entered, I turned on the light switch to add some extra warmth to the space. The soft candlelight on the table created a cozy and relaxing atmosphere. Through the window, the street lights were still glowing faintly from the night before. I picked up my book and sat under the natural light, enjoying the peaceful morning. Suddenly, a flashing light from a passing vehicle caught my attention, bringing me back to reality. So, see here, bright light, light switch, candle light, street light, natural light, flashing light, how I have used these words in the form of a paragraph. So that way I am trying to activate those passive vocabulary or the vocabulary or the new words that I am trying to learn today. So this way I am making my learning very detailed, comprehensive, and most importantly in its active state. So next time when I really need to use this word, my brain will probably give me those signals, and I will be able to use them quite often. Let's move to the fifth point, and let me tell you the most important one, which is practice, which is having the right attitude, which is having that zeal to learn. Nobody can learn for you. If you have some goals in life and you really want to achieve them, it is only you who can do it. So if you think you can, like if you believe you can, and if you think that you can't, in both the cases you're correct. It's a famous quote told by Henry Ford. Okay, so fifth thing is you really need to keep on practicing, keep on learning. जो भी आपने सीखा है, जो भी आपने किया है, and then yes, back to back आप बीच में आप समय निकाल के just flicker through the pages, see what you have learned in the entire week, have a revision of it so that वो जो 7 शब्द आपने सीखे हैं इस वीक में वो completely from its active state from passive state to its active state, right? So you really need to remember that. Practice कीजिए, work hard, achieve them, because learning never stops. So keep learning, keep thriving. Thank you so much.